Good day to Dr. Vasanti Anak Perempuan Subramaniam, the lecturer for subject TSLB 2102R, Developing Language Through Language Arts. I am Izati Ikisari binti Kushairi, and today I'm going to present the last task for this coursework, which is task 3, oral presentation. This task required me to present individually a 30 minutes oral presentation on the 2 language teaching activities which appropriate teaching aids and learning materials from task 2. So, based on the task 2, I have chosen language arts story genre. Before I start, this is the content of my presentation. I will start with an introduction. Next, I will talk about how I teach the first set of teaching and learning about that is related to the story. It is about Greg's birthday. And the second set of teaching and learning of language art is about magical globe. I will end the presentation by giving a brief conclusion and references. Let's move on to the first part, which is introduction. As we know, English language arts enable a student to learn material faster and more effectively. It helps students think critically and abstractly about information. Additionally, communication during class discussion and in stories, drama, and poem recitation teaches valuable soft skills that students will carry with them throughout their lives. So let's move on to the first set of teaching and learning that is related to the Greg's birthday. As a warm-up session, I will do some revision about month in a year using the calendar and the days of a week using a daily planner. I will encourage students to bring their own calendar so they can experience the real calendar, touch and see it by themselves. So, as I put my own calendar on pages on the board, I will point each of the months starting from January to December out loud, and students are encouraged to repeat after me. After students follow or repeat all the months in a year from January to December, then I will repeat this activity with the daily planner where students are going to revise repeating days in a week starting from Monday to Sunday. Once this warming activity ended, then I will move on to the storytelling. But before I come in with the storytelling, I will direct the student attention to the story itself, where students are encouraged to look at the first 2 frames. As you can see, there are 2 frames in the story, where I will ask them to see the situation and ask student to guess what season it is. Some student might answer autumn, winter, summer, and many more. So I am expecting student to answer autumn. and I'm going to ask students what do they think, what is really happening inside the first two frame. And student might answer, Anna and Greg are on their way home from school. Anna gives Greg his birthday present. Greg thanks Anna and asks her when her birthday is. And then they discover that their birthday are close. And Anna suggests that they throw a party for their birthdays together, and many more. At this point, any suggested answer by student will not be corrected by me. I'm going to allow them to answer and to give feedback as much as they can. Then I will come into the story where I will read from frame 1 to frame 5 out loud, and at the same time students are going to repeat after me chorally. Okay, let's start. Thursday after school. Happy birthday, Greg. Thanks, Anna. When's your birthday, Anna? It's in October too. It's on Saturday. Let's have a party on Saturday for our birthdays. I can't, Anna. I have karate on Saturday. What about Friday? No, I can't. On Friday, I have basketball. What about Sunday then? Sorry, Anna, I can't. On Sunday, I... Surprise! Happy birthday, Greg! So, as teacher ended the storytelling, this process can last for 2 to 3 times until the student really understand and enjoy the session. They might enjoy the session because they repeat after me when I'm telling the story. Moving on. Once the storytelling ended, I might ask them simple comprehension questions, just for checking their understanding. Some of the question can be like, is it Greg's birthday party today? And student might answer yes, or yes it is. When's Anna's birthday? October. Some students might answer October, but I can provide a good answer like it's in October too. It's on Saturday. And does Greg have basketball on Saturday? Student might answer no. So what does Greg have on Saturday? He has karate on Saturday. Perhaps student might just give a short answer by saying karate. But as teacher, I can correct them by saying, no, he doesn't. He has karate on Saturday. And the last question can be, what does Greg have on Friday? And student can say, he has basketball on Friday. The last activity that I can do with a group of students is I can before I finish the storytelling session, I can do some learning activities with my student where I can divide student into a group of 4 and have them to do a simple activity. I will ask students uh, to create a group of 4, or I can provide the group by myself, and during that time students can ask the members of their group when their birthdays are, and students can complete the table with their names and months in their birthday in. Once all their 4 members' birthday are written in the form, I will call one representative from each group uh, to share to the class about the birthday of their friends. So that is how I will do the session. Perhaps after finishing this session, I can provide um, a template of birthday cards with different types of cartoon, and student can color it, bring it home as a homework, and write their wish, and they can give the birthday card to anybody that they desire. They can give it to the mother, uh, grandparents, teachers, friends, cousin, and many more. So that is the end of the first set of teaching and learning language art through story. Let's me move on to the second part of language art through story too, where the story is about the magical snow globe. Before I start the story telling session, I'm going to do a warm up session where I will play a game, the guessing game, where students are going to guess the season based on the flashcard created by me. I have a variety of flashcards with different types of pictures from 4 seasons, which are spring, summer, winter, and autumn. And during this warming up session, I will allow students to take turn to think of the seasons and may give clues to their friends too. And at the same time, I will encourage students to guess what seasons they are thinking of. So different picture will have a different kind of season. This is the warm-up session. I start before I jump in into the storytelling. So this is the first 3 frame of the story titled The Magical Snow Globe. Before I start the narration part, I will ask students um, to observe the first three frame, and I will ask students where are the children, what is the weather like, what are they wearing, and what season is it. Some students may answer they are at the beach. It is sunny and warm. They are wearing shorts and t-shirts, and it is summer. One student identify and observe the first three frames, then I will move on to the last four frames. And the second half of the story, I will ask students to observe this picture, all those four frames, and ask them questions like what sports or activity that do you recognize? They might answer making a snowman and skiing. And are the children at the beach now? No, they aren't. What is the weather like? Student might answer, it's cold and it's snowing. At this point, some students say cool, it's cool. Actually, it's cold. And lastly, I may ask what are they wearing? Students might answer they are wearing coats, jackets, winter hats, scarves, and gloves. Once all the guessing part are finished, then I will start with the narration of the story. I will narrate the story one frame from one frame to one frame. There are 7 frames all in total. I will start with narration, then I will read all the dialogues in the frame. That is how I tell story to my students. Let's start. Mandy, Mike, Jane, and Jim are on the beach. Mandy and Mike are playing, and Jane is windsurfing. Jim is swimming and he sees something shiny under the water. Then I will follow with the first frame. It's Saturday morning. It's hot and sunny. Mandy and Mike are playing on the beach. Jane is windsurfing. Jim is swimming. What's your favorite season, Mike? Summer, of course. What's that? Jim is out of the water, now holding the object he's found. It's a snow globe. Mike and Mandy are there to see what Jim has found. Jane has got out of the water and is rushing over to see too. Jim finds a snow globe. He shows it to Mandy and Mike. It's very pretty. What have you got there? Let me see. Just as Jane reaches her friends, she trips over a rock and knocks the snow globe out of Jim's hand. Then something strange happens. The children are sucked into a vortex. Jane wants to see the snow globe too, but during this storytelling session, as I narrate, students have a tendency to scream also and follow the narration together with me. The children are no longer on the beach. They are in the snow globe now. It is snowing and the children are wearing different clothes. The children aren't on the The children aren't on the beach now. It isn't sunny, it's snowing, and it's cold. Where are we? We are in the snow globe. The children are enjoying themselves. Jim, Mike, and Mandy are making a snowman. Jane is skiing. The children are playing in the snow. They are making a snowman. This is fun. I love the winter. It's my favorite season. Suddenly, Jen loses control as she is skiing down the slope and she falls off the cliff. Jane is skiing. Be careful, Jane! Jane is back at the beach now. Her friends are standing around her looking worried. Jane wonders where she is. Mandy tells her that they are on the beach. Jane is confused. Why is she wearing a glove? Jane, are you okay? Yes. Where am I? On the beach, silly. Where do you think? So that is the end of the storytelling from me with my student. After the after I finish the storytelling, I might ask some comprehension questions to my students. I might ask it in a written form or it can also be orally. But before I give them any task, I love to ask them orally so they have the idea when they are answering the question in a written form. Um, each of the frame they can have multiple questions such as what day is it, what is Mike's favorite seasons, what are Mandy and Mike doing, what is Jane doing, what is Jim doing. So students are going to analyze the first frame and provide simple answer. Moving to the second frame, I can ask students question like, what does Jim find? What does he show the snow globe to? Who does he show the snow globe to? Does Jane see the snow globe? The answer will be no, she doesn't. Where are the children now? Based on the fourth frame, they are in the snow globe. What are the children doing? They are making a snowman and they are skiing. Whose favorite season is the winter? So the answer is Jim's favorite season is winter. And what is Jane doing here? She is skiing. And the last frame is a simple question, just like, is Jane okay? Yes, she is. Where are the children now? They are back on the beach. So apart from this, I can also, apart from asking comprehension question, either written or orally, I can also um, provide provide student to narrate, to act on the story in a group. By the end of the session, I can ask student to act out this magical snow globe story to the class, each group at a time. And apart from that also, I can install an application knowing as Snow Globe where students can gather in a group and I can take picture where they are trapped in the snow globe, showing through the apps that they are trapped in the snow globe. So, and I can share the picture through their parents' WhatsApp for their teaching and learning session as an evidence of their activity. So, as I end the presentation, in conclusion, storytelling is a means for sharing and interpreting experiences. Storytelling can be used as a method to teach ethics, values, and cultural norms and differences. Learning is most effective when it is take place in a social environment that provide authentic social cue about how knowledge is to be applied. Some of the importance of storytelling to students are it arouses interest and curiosity, activate prior knowledge, make prediction, understand the story using visual and verbal cue, re- retell the story, analyze and evaluate, and create and internalize and extend. So that is the end of my presentation today, and thank you, Dr. Basanti, for listening.